we're finally doing this. I skipped the pre-order on this one once again, primarily because I wanted to see who had the lower price locally. Unfortunately, I realised only one retailer was getting it this year, at least around these parts, and that ran out rather quickly. Fortunately, I stumbled upon one on Amazon, and in one of the few instances where their dynamic pricing actually benefited me for once, I was able to get this for less than what it retails locally. Yeah, I mean, I could have waited until next year for a relatively decent price from other retailers, but I kind of wanted to get this, kind of now. Having said that, this has actually been sitting in my toy room, still in the box, for a week and a bit. For all my impatience, I've been surprisingly patient. It's been an exhausting couple of weeks, so yeah, we'll just leave it at that. But we're getting into it. That's a very pretty box. Alrighty, let's... It's a beautiful packaging, and yeah, it goes right into the whole retro, well, the nostalgia element of it all. 86 Transformers Studio Series Optimus Prime. I should have said that at the beginning, but anyway. Right. Let's put that up there for the time being. Hopefully this camera's working. Hello. And, right. Oh my goodness. You know what? That is already beautiful. Put it that way. Oh, I'm already wrecked enough as it is. So we've got the usual type of backdrop. The Studio Series backdrop that I'm sure somebody uses. But, you know, that's actually not a bad one, I guess. So let's leave that to the side, out of the way. Alright. I have my scissors somewhere. Let's just use these. Trailer out. Okay. Oh my goodness. Already that is looking magnificent. Much better than the Earthrise release, which I heavily criticised as something that felt very last minute. Oh, roller. Oh. Interesting. Bits and pieces here. We'll assemble that in a little bit. Are they taped? Yeah, they're taped. God damn it. There we go. We'll open those in just a second. There's his blaster. If you look at it just like that, you've got your Death of Optimus Prime figure all set up. All you have to do is repaint it, basically. Yeah, they put him on a slab. Anything in there? Sticking my fingers in the crevices. Right. Right. Okay. Oh. Out of the way. And let's have a look at the big fella here. Wow. If I get a little too quiet, you know, just know I'm showing this the utmost reverence, I think, because wow. That looks utterly gorgeous. Oh, bum flap. I mean, I'm going to do some sorry, I just noticed more plastic on him. You know that the clear plastic they use for you know, invisible bra straps? That's what it looks like on here right now. I was struggling with Optimus Prime's bra strap. Yeah, I said it out loud. Get some rubbish out of the way. Let's see. Let's flip his smokestacks up. And I don't know if this is how he is default yet, but that's pretty bloody good, isn't it? That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I will admit to feeling a little frustrated, but also not surprised when they announced 86 Studio Series, because they're pretty much doing that with all of them. The War for Cybertron range was originally meant to be the pseudo G1 redo, right? And then, so you had some crossover between War for Cybertron, Earthrise, Kingdom, Legacy stuff, as well as Studio Series figures, and so they were meant to overlap, and sort of you were meant to get. Oh, what am I trying to say? I don't know if it was a way to not delve headfirst into pure redo nostalgia, but then I think there was some reshuffling happening at Hasbro, and they just went, bugger it, we're going to re-release or repaint some of these as official, proper 86 Studio Series. And so I was content with my Earthrise Optimus. I hated the bloody trailer, but I was content with the figure itself. I got to admit, as far as double or triple dipping, I am so glad that this exists right now. Just looking at him in robot mode. Okay, what are we doing? He looks pretty cool. Let's give him his gun, and let's have a look at his tiny articulated hands. How does that thumb work? There it moves. There it moves. Alright, so we can put his blaster there. And there we go again. We can put him to the side, because my camera is really good. Okay, we'll do hero poses in a sec, but let's get to his trailer, shall we? So the trailer looks bloody neat. I like it. I really like it. But let's open it up. Oh, first of all, that door already looks fantastic. So much better than whatever the Earthrise thing was meant to be. Let me open it up. Oh, excuse me. Let's not forget these, people. Oh yeah, we're supposed to turn it, aren't we? Okay. So got a couple of pegs there. Cool. We've got roller. That I guess goes like that. And yeah, here's some Halloween candy, I'm presuming. So these, well, these are lozenges after I spit them out. Oh, you've got the rockets for that iconic scene in the movie where he launches himself into the air and starts blasting all the Decepticons. I love it. I love it. Yeah. I'll figure out these eventually. And mine axe. Something like that. I can't remember. Let's consult the instructions. Okay, weapon blast effects. Pew! Wait, am I missing a little bugger? What? Each sold separately, subject to availability. Oh, there's supposed to be a little bugger that goes into roller there. Alright, so these things are pressure fit in there. They don't quite click. Ah, I didn't realize that roller actually has a couple of pegs this way. Front ways instead of back ways. Oh, that's the other thing. Okay, so here's something that I really appreciate. Okay, so this opens, and this goes open, and these go in here. Oh, that's so handy. I love it. This has had some thought put into it. I mean, I'm looking at it now, and I think it probably takes after one of the Masterpiece toys. Most of these leader class, or is it commander class? Most of these commander class figures do take after Masterpiece versions. They're just miniaturized. Yeah, you know what? I like that. That is an improvement. I don't think I'll be using it much, but I appreciate at this price that so much more was done with the bloody trailer, because that Earthrise one, I was even complaining at that price point that not enough was done with the trailer. The trailer felt like an afterthought, but here it is, kind of, if I'm honest, kind of pointless, but also, if it was just to store stuff, I would have been appreciative. But let's go back to Prime. Ooh, his ears move. His little antenna ears actually kind of move. And that is... ooh, the dickens. He's got a backpack. That's expected. I'm wondering if is this the default for the backpack? Because I assumed it might have been a little more elegant. Yeah, that's default. Yeah. So, ooh, jeez. Optimus down, Optimus down. So, yeah, a lot of greeblies, basically. A lot of stuff packed on his backpack there. He's going hiking. So I thought it might have been a little more elegant of a solution, because his front is bloody great. It's very clean. The legs, even on the back, are really cool. Oh, I just saw some secrets. Yeah, some of the tabs weren't in properly, so his leg flaps opened up. But we're all good. No light piping, that's a shame. I will say that the smokestacks, they don't lock in as solid. Oh, okay, well, there we go. That's alright. I was about to say the smokestacks don't lock in as solidly as I had hoped, so they're kind of reminiscent of the G1 toy. But no, you actually have to click in, so it's not a pressure fit. It is a weird clip. Also curious, of course, he's based on the '86 movie, the G1 character. His hips and legs, or thighs, sorry, are white, instead of just making him a light silver. I mean, yeah, the '86 Studio Series range is meant to be screen accurate, so of course they went with white, but it's still, at the same time, it's like, I'm still surprised they did go with that choice, There is a part of me that may be reconsidering my cosplay list. I mean, I've always wanted to do a G1 version, or G1-esque version of Optimus Prime after the War for Cybertron version that I made. The one I keep, bringing out every so often despite retiring it. So my plans have actually been to base my G1-esque design on the Toys Alliance figure, the one that doesn't transform. But at the same time, there's a part of me that looks at some of the exaggerated details of that look very Dreamwave comics inspired. Some of them look a little IDW, for instance. It doesn't transform, so it can look however it wants in those exaggerated details. But the more I look at them, the more I kind of go, is that just making it challenging for me? Is that even going to be... Is that even going to look good? You know, however times larger I make it to fit me. Because I never wanted to do a straight G1 version. Because as much as we love G1 designs, there's a boxiness and a plainness to those original cartoons. And, you know, things like Dreamwave comics, like IDW, like the Toys Alliance figure, they bridge the gap between simple cartoon and, you know, highly articulated, highly detailed, high-definition toy. I'm looking at this right now, and I'm thinking, ooh, maybe, if I'm honest, the backpack kind of lets it down, but I'm just kind of thinking, you know, his front. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. I almost forgot. We need to see the Autobot Matrix, of course, which is pretty much obligatory now. I think that's the same one as the ones we've gone previously. How's the focus? Probably not good. Okay. I will show it on this camera over here. That's pretty nice. I mean, they had to do it. Look, I'm going to save you some time and me some hard drive space by skipping straight to the completed transformation.
1 hour later.
I had a nap. This was a lot. I don't know if I like this toy anymore. I'm kidding. The transformation was a lot. Overall, there are quite a few clever little bits here that really kind of show off the engineering of this toy. There are also quite a few cheats, which I'm not sure I appreciate as much as I used to not care about them. It's also fiddly as fuck. I mean, for a person like me with fat fingers, it really gets fiddly. So you either have to keep your nails long, use a pair of tweezers, or just some sort of long stick just to be able to get to certain little elements. A couple of things didn't fit right, and you want to be delicate, but then you have to force it into the tab or whatever. They're minor things, but I guess overall, I'm not sure you can really argue with the result. Because that's quite pretty. I mean, we're 90% of the way there. That's probably my only criticism of a toy this expensive. But you know what? I just from that perspective there, it's not bad. Oh, I forgot something else. I was about to do the trailer. I was about to hook up the trailer, but then I noticed in the instructions, if you take that off. Whoops, there we go. He's got a couple of peg holes there, and this fits on top of that. So now, Roller has this functionality. It reminds me of a Scudder from Red Dwarf. I was just, I think I just finished praising how much they did on this, and yet this functionality is so stupid. Like they were looking for something to add to it, because they couldn't do firing missiles anymore. I mean, you put those little effects on the end here, you can have that, but yeah, it looks like they might have been trying to find something to do. Because again, you can't launch Roller. There's no spring load for that, but I want to appreciate the effort for that, but at the same time, I'm not sure because it's incredibly stupid. Right, let's put that back. That wrong. Here we go. Let's try that again. Close the door. And we slot that in. Look, I don't have the energy levels to do performative YouTube reactions, not at my age. So just trust my words when I say I really like this. It's a vast improvement over the Earthrise offering, which I still like for the figure, but the trailer was garbage. It's a mini masterpiece, I guess. It's 90% of the way there in terms of trying to be screen accurate, I guess. That sort of balance between screen accurate and what a modern toy is supposed to look like. So I can appreciate that much. The trailer, vast improvement as well. What they try to do with the roller, whatever. Prime himself, absolutely gorgeous. Like, for my criticisms on how fiddly the transformations are, this is a bloody great toy. If you're the type of person that demands that sort of screen accuracy, this is the best you're going to do if you don't want to buy the Masterpiece toy. Alrighty, I've got a heap of other stuff to do, like rearrange the toy room finally, among other things. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me once again for another low energy unboxing. This is really good. I was saving this for a video, but I needed to muster up the spare time and energy to set up everything to do a video like this. The TikToks are a lot easier to do, I got to admit. But loving it. Worth the hassle, I think. Worth the triple dip. And again, thank you for joining me, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next one.